We're back again to play some games, and today we're back with Cupid Parasite, and let's just jump back in. After talking to Mr. Snail, I had a much more firm grasp on my idea. I excitedly started writing down even more ideas. Hello? My phone suddenly chirped to let me know I had a message. Checking the screen, I saw it was from Owen. Owen, I've been side-eyeing you lately. What you need? Owen? That's kind of unusual. It is. What do you say? Thank you for getting this to... I can't read, sorry. Thank you for getting this to... What? Oh, I can't read, for real. Thank you for getting this to... Nope, I can't read. Thank you for getting this to me. Mr. Snail mentioned he'd like to put out classified ads for more secretaries as early as tomorrow. Thank goodness. And this wouldn't have been possible without your advice. Okay. Mr. Snail must have already gotten the ball rolling then. Just as speedy as ever, when it came to work. I couldn't deny he was basically the perfect president. Oh, but Owen's message... I guess maybe my advice had actually helped him out a bit. Owen's message said, and this wouldn't have been possible without your advice. So Mr. Snail must have told him about looking for more help. Well, that's good for him, I think. I have to admit, it feels kind of nice. He's so busy. I'm glad if I was able to help even a little bit. I couldn't help but smile as I thought about my reply to Owen. I'll help out. Yeah, I'll help out however I can too. That's the one. I'll do everything I can to help out with things too. After writing up my reply, I hit send. Then I spread my notes and got back to work on my plan. Suspicion grow. Uh-oh. Look!
MQ、お前から得た情報通り、あいつは一人暮らしのようだな。愛妻家なんてやはり嘘だったというわけだ。
MQ, your intel was right. He lives alone. The whole thing about being a devoted husband is a big fat lie.
ご確認いただけて
Look!
ところで、その MQ というのは
How do I do that thing? No. How did I make it go away? See? Is that not Owen? Is that not Owen? MQ. I'm glad you could confirm it. But what's this MQ thing?
コードネームだ。いつ我らの会話が傍受されるかわからんからな。
It's a code name. After all, we don't know if our conversation is being intercepted.
はあ。それでは、あなた様のことは何とお呼びすれば
Uh-huh. So what should I call you then?
そうだな。私のことは007と呼んでくれ。
007?
まあ、特に意味はないがな。スパイ映画っぽくてかっこいいだろう。
Let's see. You can call me 777. Not that it means anything, but it sounds super cool. Like a proper spy movie. Is that not Owen, my father?
そうですね。それで、例の件は
Right. So what about the other thing?
まあ、それだが、雑誌社に独身だという話をしても、残念だが思うほど効果はなかった。やはり証拠がなければ、信じられないというわけか。
Ah, that. I told the magazine's lead editor he was totally single. But no dice. They said without proof, they're not interested.
ということで、証拠を掴んで世間にばらまくぞ。だが、その証拠集めがなかなかに難しい。
Shelby, you actually have ops.
なんだあのセカムとかいうやつらは。
But we'll get that proof and spread it across the world. Easier said than done, though. What these damn second people? Oh yeah, the security people we hired. Shelby hired.
セカムの他にも多数加入しているようですね。
I mean, it is a security company. Why is this rock music going so hard? I mean, it is a security company, after all. It looks like he's hired a few others as well.
伊達にキューピッドコーポレーションの社長じゃないというわけか。秘密を暴くのも一苦労だ。
I guess I shouldn't expect it to be easy to expose the deepest, darkest secrets of the president of Cupid Corporation.
だが必ずあの青二歳の尻尾を掴んでやる。お前、いい案はあるか？
But I will expose that smug young upstart. What about you? Got any bright ideas?
ええ、私に考えがあります。お任せください。
As a matter of fact, I do have one. Just leave it to me. And is that my dad? And why do they hate Shelby? A few days after the second dinner party, I was with Mr. Snail, who was driving us to work. Aww. Our morning schedules had somehow miraculously started to line up. I knew it. See, that's what I said. That's what I wanted. Take me to work. Let's leave together. Nice. Being able to drive to work is so much more comfy than taking the subway. I'd always taken the subway up till now, so this was a totally new feeling for me. Oh, there's a new cafe over there. And that restaurant looked really tasty.
車からの景色がそんなに楽しいのか?
You bet. Is it really that much fun to stare out the window of a car? He must have noticed the sparkles in my eyes as I gazed outside. He let out a small giggle. It really is. I almost never get to ride in cars like this, so I'm having a blast. Ooh, that cafe looks nice.
それはよかった。そういえば、コンペの方はどうだ?
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Anyway, how's your competition entry coming along? I actually finished it. Today's the deadline, so I'm planning to submit it first thing in the morning.
そうか。結果を楽しみにしてる。
I see. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Thanks. The scenery continued to change gradually until we finally got to 7th Avenue and Cupid Corp headquarters. Mr. Snail suddenly spoke up, as if something had just occurred to him.
そういえば、先日話していた秘書の件なんだが、ちょうどいい人が見つかって今日から入ってもらうことになった。
Who? By the way, I talked to Owen about hiring another secretary. I think we found a good candidate, and he'll be starting today. So it's a he. Oh, really?
お前には相談に乗ってもらったからな。よければ先に挨拶していってくれ。お前も知っている人物だ。
Indeed. Your advice really was invaluable. Actually, you might want to go say hello. The two of you have already met after all.
ということで、彼が2人目の秘書のピーター・フラージュ氏だ。
What part of Peter Flagg made you think that he'd be a good secretary? If I remember correctly, he forgot to take the lens off the camera. Did he not? Here's our newest secretary, Peter Flagg.
ピーターと呼んでくれ。よろしく頼む。
And now he's qualified to be... What happened to your last job? And now you're qualified to be a secretary? Huh. And you can just call me Peter. It's nice to see you again. Peter's the new secretary? The guy who didn't even know which end of the camera was up?
今で
See?
は完璧に使いこなせるようになった。テレビ局で散々こき使われたからな。
Oh, don't worry about that. I almost never get it wrong anymore. They really worked me hard at the TV station. Peter looked extremely proud of himself as he held his hand out to me. I reluctantly shook it and just stared at him to make sure it really was the same Peter. He was the assistant director when we shot Parasite House. But he always talked during the broadcast, held the camera upside down, and all kinds of silly stuff. And we think he's qualified to be a secretary. But he didn't make his way all the way up to assistant director, so he must know what he's doing.
彼も私と同じハーフォース大学出身らしくてな。秘書が足りないという話をしていたら、ちょうど転職先を探していると先輩に聞いたんだ。
He also graduated from Harvard. Oh, Harvard. Harvard. I get it. Just like me. I talked to an old classmate and he said Peter was looking for a career change.
本来であれば、オーウェンに案内を頼むところだが、彼は今日有給でな。可能であれば、お前に車内を案内してもらいたい。できるか?
Normally I ask Owen to show him around, but he's off today. Yeah, off. Plotting against you. Would you mind giving him a little tour of the office? I don't have any interviews or anything today. Just a little paperwork to sort out. I'd already submitted my competition entry, so I really didn't have anything important to do. Sure, it'll be my pleasure.
助かる。では、あとは頼んだ。
I appreciate it. Then, I'll let you take care of it from here. Upon hearing my answer, Mr. Snail sat down at his desk and got straight to work. Seeing that the president was already absorbed in his duties, Peter immediately turned to me.
なるほど。私の仕事は彼の仕事を円滑にして負担を減らすことだな。
So as I understand it, my job is to lighten his load a bit and make things go smoother for him. Yep. That's right. So you need to learn exactly how things work here at Cupid Corp.
覚えるのは得意だ。任せてくれ。
Well, I've got a photographic memory, so that shouldn't be a problem. Really? Promise? He nodded confidently and walked off without prompting. I quickly followed after him, yet plenty of self-confidence. That much was clear. But...
ここはオフィスだな。それであそこが面談室だろう。
So this is the main office, yes? And that's the interview room, I assume.
おう、これはあれだろう。講師を招いてセミナーをする場所だ。
And this is that, what do you call it? The workshop suite? Where you bring in instructors and things like that? Like seminars.
ここが結婚式場か。初めて来たが、なかなか悪くないな。
Ah, and this must be the wedding hall. Obviously, this is my first time here, but it's not bad at all. Peter really did seem to have a perfect grasp on the layout of the office, without me having to tell him anything. Wow, did you go to our website and research everything ahead of time or something? Our interview room, wedding room, and workshop suite were all listed on our website, so maybe he checked it out beforehand. He seems like a pretty dedicated, earnest person at heart. I start to think maybe my fears were unfounded. Meanwhile, Peter was back on the move. I felt like he didn't even need me there to guide him. Well, that's pretty much everything. Do you have any questions?
いや、特にはない。それより喉が渇いたな。
Nothing comes to mind, although I am getting a bit thirsty. Oh, well, we can just go.
あそこに確かドリンクコーナーがあったか。行ってくる。
The drink corner is that way, right? Okay, I'm off. He took off without even waiting for me to show him the way. That area was where we provided tea and coffee for our members. Wait, I don't think I told him about that area. How do you know about that? The drink corner was most definitely not listed on our website. Could he actually be a Cupid Corp member? But members never went over there. Advisors would always bring them their drinks, so he shouldn't have known where it was. And yet, he headed in that direction without hesitation, and now he was returning with 2 cups of coffee.
これでいいだろう?
Care for some coffee? Thank you. He looked proud as ever as he handed it to me, then quickly turned towards the nearby interview room.
それではそこの面談室あたりで休憩するとしようか。
Why don't we take a seat in the interview room there and rest for a bit? We don't usually take breaks on a whim, and our interview room was reserved for members. How did you know about...
あなたが噂の2人目の秘書ね。
Ah, you must be the new secretary I heard about.
2人目の秘書？何の話？
Huh? New secretary? What are you talking about? A couple coworkers noticed Peter standing there and quickly crowded around him.
確かに私が新しく雇われた秘書だが。
Well, yeah. I am a new secretary, so I guess that's me.
やっぱりあれでしょ？ロサンヨーク TV に勤めてた人なのよね。優秀。どうしてうちに来たの？
I knew it. You used to work at Lost Work TV, right? You must be pretty amazing. So what the heck are you doing here?
ロサンヨーク TV？ 超適業じゃん。もったいない。なんで辞めちゃったの？
What? Lost Work TV? That's a huge corporation. Why on earth would you leave a place like that?
それはやはりこの会社に興味があったからだな。
To be honest, I'm just interested in this company.
まあ確かにうちは業界内最大手だけど、随分と思い切った転職ね。
Well, we are the biggest company in our industry, but that's still a pretty big jump.
それよりピーター君って独身？もしよかったら。
So, Peter, are you single? If you like, I can... Wow. Peter is totally surrounded. Normally, the president's secretary would never come down to this floor, so naturally everyone's curious now. And even I had to admit, Peter was pretty cute. Ooh. I remember him getting chased around during the Parasite House barbecue. Oh yeah, he did.
ピーター君ハーホース大学出てるの？めちゃくちゃ難関大学じゃない。
What? Peter, you graduate from Harvard? Harvard? You graduate from Harvard University? That's one of the best schools in the country.
そういえばうちの社長もハーホース出てたわね。もしかしてその関係とか？
Did Mr. Snell graduate from Harvard too? Is that how you know him?
まあその。
All this questioning from the two women was causing him to stutter. I decided it was about time for me to step in. Lost Work TV and Harvard University. I had no idea those places were considered so amazing. It was moments like these that made me realize how much I still had to learn about the world. To me, Harvard was just some random college on 8th Avenue, and Lost Work TV was just a channel I watched with Clarice sometimes. I knew it was a proper corporation and everything, but I didn't know people would get so excited about it. But if he did come from a good school and a big company, maybe he really could help lighten Mr. Snail's load. Perhaps. And if he was able to get a little more time for himself, maybe we could totally have a meal together once in a while. But he still never comes home on time. Mr. Snail was just as much as a workaholic as ever. He still stayed late at work and never took days off. I stood there stewing about it with arms folded and cheeks puffed out. What reason was there for me to even be in this house? Why am I trying a mission of living a normal married life? All I ever did was play my part during our occasional dinner parties with his business clients. I had no clue if me living here was helping to throw off whoever was hunting Mr. Snail's secrets. Even with Peter there, his work hours stayed the same. He just drank his jelly drinks and slept as little as possible every day. Leave before I wake up, go home after I go to bed. The truth was, I never even seen him sleep for myself. All he eats is vitamin supplements, protein shakes, and jelly drinks. I feel like that can't be good for him in the long run. Probably not. But girl, don't tell me, tell him. And he seems to think he could do even more work now that he has a second secretary. Even though his rare days off, he still meets with clients. He completely refuses to play the devoted husband role. The first chance I get, I need to explain to him that if he wants people to believe his lie, he needs to spend time at home. That was all on my mind as I was preparing dinner. I was used to living here by now, so I knew my way around the kitchen. But if that's what I want from him, then I need to play the role of the perfect wife in return. Of course, I'd never been married or even fallen in love, so it was hard for me to say what a perfect partner looked like. Maybe I should watch some movies about married life instead of the ones about dating that I usually do. I thought that might help me figure out how a husband and wife should actually act. I moved around the kitchen with that in mind. A few days later, that night was Peter's welcome party. Everyone on our floor was eager to drink with him, so they excitedly put it all together.
Kanpai!
Cheers!
ねえねえピーターくん、どう？シェルビー社長の秘書仕事。
So tell us, Peter, what's it like being Mr. Snail's secretary?
大変でしょ。社長って結構ストイックだから。オーウェン君とはうまくやってる？
It must be really tough, right? He's so serious about everything. And how about Owen? Are the two of you getting along?
まあ
Well, he's so popular. He's totally surrounded again. I was sitting at the table away from the action, nursing a drink and watching them from afar. Normally at these kind of events, Clarice and I would drink together, but this time I was all alone. Where's Clarice at? Clarice had already gone home, saying she didn't feel very well. It's so unlike her. Clarice usually loves social events like this. I happened to notice Owen standing in the middle of the group as well. He had that same serious look as ever, and just nodded and gave simple answers to each question. It was pretty obvious that neither of them were particularly comfortable being surrounded by women. The truth is, Owen and Peter were both considered two of the most eligible bachelors in the company. That's all the company rumor mill was talking about these days. So they're both pretty popular husband candidates, huh? Of course, if anyone knew Mr. Snail was single, he'd definitely be on that list too. He's got looks, social standing, SS, and a healthy annual income. His one major flaw was his need to constantly be working. Although, some members actually prefer guys like that. I'd rather couples enjoy each other's company, but people want what they want, and some girls didn't want their husbands home all the time. He'd be in serious demand, but since he can't reveal where he works, he can't take advantage of it.
お疲れ様です。飲んでいますか?
Hello there. Enjoying your drink? Oh, hi, Owen. Owen had slipped away from the crowd and was now standing next to me. Oh, hello. Yeah, I suppose so. So how's work been for you? Have things gotten better having Peter around?
ええ、おかげさまで随分と楽になりました。意外と仕事が早いのでびっくりしてますよ。
Yes, very much. He's taken a huge load off my shoulders. I'm constantly surprised at how quickly he gets things done. I glanced back at Peter. He was still clearly in agony. I remember he'd mentioned he wasn't really good with women at some point.
それより、あなたはピーターさんのところに行かないんですね。
So anyway, aren't you planning to go up to him as well? Huh? Well... I wasn't really sure what he was trying to say. He just smiled back at me.
彼、なんだか変なんですよ。
転職したばかりなのに社内のものの配置について詳しくて。
He's a bit odd, you know. He just started here, but he seems to know where to find every last thing in the office. Oh yeah, when I was showing him around on the first day, he seemed to know all kinds of stuff without me telling him.
そうなんですか。怪しいですね。この間もシュレッダー用のゴミ箱を見てましたし。
Is that right? How strange. The other day, I caught him just standing there, staring at a shredder. Owen sighed and glanced at Peter. His gaze seemed to reveal a touch of suspicion. Boy, you're the suspicious one. Without warning, he mumbled under his breath.
産業スパイじゃないといいんですけど。
I hope he's not some kind of industrial spy or something. He said it so quietly. It was like he'd forgotten I was there and was talking to himself. Oh, he knows I'm there. He's trying to plant it in my head. Get away, Owen. His ominous mumbling cast a shadow over my own mind too. You see what he did? You see? Owen, you're a little manipulative, don't you think? I don't play that. I think I'm gonna end it right here. But like, tell me that's not Owen. You know? Tell me that wasn't Owen in that in the shadows. That he's not like, is Owen Shelby's op? You think? 'Cause Owen, I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my social medias or below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.